Next Weather Chief Meteorologist Ivan Cabrera joins us now. Ivan, the Next Weather team has issued a next weather alert for smoke concerns.
Absolutely, smoke concerns. And in fact, I don't think they have made that much progress. And I say that because we monitor it on our next weather radar, and I continue to see plumes, which I'll show you in a second. But the next weather alert is for smoke, particularly after sunset in the upper Keys and spreading across southern Miami-Dade as the winds relax. When that happens, smoke is no longer blowing, the temperature's cool, and that smoke tends to come down to the ground. So my advice to you in southern Miami-Dade and the upper Keys, because of the dropping air quality I'm expecting after sunset, just limit your time outside and particularly close your windows as we see this kind of developing here. So again, we still have those closures on Card Sound Road, and look at the plume of smoke. It has not let up over the last several hours. So this is the fire here, and you can see the winds pushing everything towards the west, over towards the Everglades. And so long as that happens, we're doing pretty good as far as the air quality, because the smoke is above and moving away from populated areas. On Next Weather Smoke Tracker, a whole different story here as we lose the winds through tonight. Watch the clock here. The smoke continues blowing out of the east to the west, generally to the north and west, but watch what happens after sunset. Again, it begins to kind of spread out, no longer seeing the wind as the winds will begin to relax, and now you're looking at a situation where that smoke could certainly drop the air quality significantly across not just southern Dade, but again into the upper Keys through the morning hours. So that's going to continue to be a problem. Case in point here with the gust tracker, 50 to 20 mile an hour winds is where we are right now. Watch what happens here through the evening hours, 5 to 10, and through the overnight, that's less than 5. We could have a situation where the winds actually can go calm or very close to that. That is not what you want, because then the smoke has nowhere to go but down, right? And that's the concern through tonight and into the early part of tomorrow. And then we have another concern. The red flag warning is going to be back, because now we have too much wind for tomorrow, and the relative humidity is going to tank again. So here come the winds out of the southwest. Any smoke would get blown to the north and east. Any additional fires would blow any smoke towards all of our populated metros, including Broward and Miami-Dade. No burning tomorrow. National Weather Service is already on top of this. They've issued a red flag warning, a fire weather warning for tomorrow, because of that low relative humidity and those gusty winds that we're expecting. After all this is done tomorrow, we are still expecting that front to come in. It is causing more problems than anything, because really it's just going to whip up the winds. On Friday, we're going to wind reversal here, so we'll get a northwest wind, and that's what's going to usher in cooler temperatures. But at this point here, really not going to be my concern. It is tomorrow, particularly tonight through the early part of tomorrow. Next weather alert is going to continue in effect, and it'll coincide as well with that red flag warning before we hopefully begin to see some improvement here as the winds come down late Friday and heading into the weekend. On your Next Weather 7-day forecast, you'll see that into Saturday and Sunday. Our next best chance of rain, which we desperately need, not just for the fires, but for the drought, is not looking that great. It's about 10 to 20% on Monday, and our best case scenario would be some showers, perhaps a couple of thunderstorms with the next front by Tuesday.